Hello everybody, this is Clive5 and you are watching Most Embarrassing Replays. Thank you so much for joining me today on the show where you send me your embarrassing replays. I watch them, commentate them, and put them up online for everyone to see. And if you'd like to be on the show, please send your embarrassing replays to replays@poweroverwhelming.net and we'll get you on the show. Right now we're going to go ahead and get into the first match, so stay tuned. Okay, so here we are on Xel'Naga Caverns, and ooh, goody, get to start off with a little bit of a misclick with those SCVs there by the red Terran in the top right-hand corner, which is MTU Pyro, hereafter referred to as Pyro. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have ChaoxTech. I get it. ChaoxTech. Very clever. In the bottom left-hand corner. ChaoxTech, Blue Terran, it's a TVT, Xel'Naga Caverns. How y'all doing? I'm doing fine. Had a nice 4th of July, Independence Day weekend. Went a little bit long, hence why there was no show last week. But I enjoyed the week off. Now I'm re-energized, ready to commentate once again for y'all. Front door block going down for MTU Pyro. Meanwhile, ChaoxTech going for more of an internal stance. So, right off the bat, we're going to see a bit of a build divergence, so to speak. Nothing too major. Yeah, what else has been going on? My graphics card has been acting a little bit funky since I started doing bit mining. Gotta say, really getting into those bitcoins. I have to blame Fusion for introducing me to that, because now all I've been doing in my free time is reading about bitcoins. And at first I didn't buy into the hysteria, and I still don't entirely buy into the hysteria, but I do find them extremely fascinating, so if you don't know what bitcoins are, definitely look that up. Pretty quick gas going down for MTU Pyro. And first gas going down for ChaoxTech. I guess it's not pretty quick. You do want to get that first gas pretty much right away. No scouting going down, but ChaoxTech does have that outer position supply depot. I do like the positioning on that just to get a little bit of extra timing on, say, a medevac drop of sorts. Now front door seal complete, so should ChaoxTech even decide to scout, which he is, he will not be able to break into that base and see what's going on. Tech Lab going down on Pyro's barracks there. Man, it's been like 3 weeks since I've played even, so I had to remember. I had to click on the building to figure out what it is. And I play Terran too, so this is extra sad. And boom. SCV gets lost. I just hate that when it goes into this back corner and you can't even see it anymore. Kind of annoying. It's especially difficult if you don't have the health bars on, because it's like you couldn't even see that thing. Marine going to try to get a little frisky there with that SCV, but it's not gonna work. Second and third barracks going down for Pyro. In the meantime, factory and a second gas going down for ChaoxTech. So, looking like we might see... Oh, actually, tanks was going to be my first guess. Though he could be going for Hellions with that Infernal Pre-Igniter upgrade as well. Against a Marauder army, Hellions are definitely not going to do very well. If Pyro's going to be thinking about going up against tanks with an infantry army, he definitely needs stim and medevac support, and later in the game he's going to need Banshee support to help take out those siege tanks. Starport going down. Doesn't look like we are actually seeing siege tanks. We are seeing that pre-igniter. The Marauders in this group are going to do very well against Hellions, those dune buggies that shoot flames, whatnot. Now, this is also about the time when Pyro should start making a plan for a natural expansion, and I do like to pick on Pyro regarding that quite a bit because I've seen some of his games where he doesn't expand until about 15 minutes in. Definitely gotta expand faster than that. Usually when in your first push... Ooh, scanning! So that's, I think, Pyro's first glimpse at what... oh no, he did attempt to scan. Probably got killed rather early. Ah, okay. I missed it. Either way. Maybe I should have given him credit, but hey. I do like to pick on Pyro sometimes for not expanding, not scouting. He knows it's something that I like to pick on him for, so that's an area of improvement. All Marines, a few Hellions, all going to this back corner. Oh, okay. At first I didn't understand why he was rallying those Hellions over here. I was wondering, was he afraid of a drop? Having those Hellions placed over here for safekeeping. My hard drive, not hard drive, graphics froze for a second there. Again, could be the bit mining, though I did stop before this replay. Where is this medevac going exactly? Well, that's fun. This SUV has actually been quite valuable, so now ChaoxTech knows that Pyro has not moved out at all, and no plans for expansion for ChaoxTech either, even though he has the minerals. This drop moving in. At the same time, Pyro's forces are moving out, going to be out of position. Oh, and stopping at this watchtower. Really, oh boy, this is just going to be really unfortunate. And the pre-igniter upgrade is now finished, switching into ChaoxTech as well. Ouch, this is going to be rough. Pyro's still producing units, and these Marauders will do fairly well to clean this up. It's going to depend on his reaction time. SCVs not moving at all. Marauders moving in. Ooh, Hellions continuing to wreck the economy. Oh man, only a few SCVs remaining. Oh, not even a few. That would be 0 SCVs remaining. Oh my goodness. And the scan going down from ChaoxTech just to confirm, yes, all the SCVs are dead. So Pyro gonna move in, go for a suicide attack, blew up the ramp, and did a good job taking down one of those siege tanks. However, that siege tank in the back was able to continue shelling off, and the SCVs and Marines just did all they needed to do by just standing there and blocking MTU Pyro's army from being able to push up that ramp. Otherwise, they could have stood a chance at, well, at the very least, taking out that siege tank. So now you can see, economy-wise, oh man, Pyro's just wrecked. Totally wrecked. 3 harvesters, way behind in econ. Not even thinking about gas at this point. Oh, just nothing left. Absolutely nothing left. There is nothing in that medevac, but Pyro is going to try to peck away at it anyway, and oh boy, perfect time for ChaoxTech to expand, and he is taking advantage of that. Going to get an even bigger economic lead, and at this point it's only a matter of time, I would say, before Pyro gets overwhelmed. Doing okay, I mean, with help of those mules. Mules just so strong for Terran's economy. Doing a very good job at trying to get back on his feet, but in the meantime, his army just nothing to speak of at all in terms of production. A Marauder and a couple Marines. That's, I guess, what he can spare in the free time of not building those SCVs. Oof, boy, that is rough. Very rough indeed. I don't even know any recommendations at this point because he's just outproduced. He could try to go for maybe some sort of a Hail Mary in terms of like double expanding and hope that ChaoxTech doesn't push out at all. I just don't know. No, ChaoxTech is going to move out. That would not have worked well. Maybe just going to siege up the front. No, going to go for the push, it looks like. And you're going to hear no complaint from me because this push is going to do extremely well against Pyro. With those medevacs, he's going to be able to spot up the cliff edge there. Wall. What do you? It's not really a cliff. What do you call that? Ledge. I don't know. The high ground. Oh, actually going to load up and drop inside the main. That's going to leave him a little bit vulnerable. He could siege a couple of these tanks at the bottom. Yep, that is what he's going to do just to help protect his drop. Ooh, and being split amongst those forces. Good stim, I have to say. But nope, there is a siege tank in the back that's going to be able to clean this up. And Pyro GG's. So, fairly short game. Going to go on to a second one. Thank you to Pyro for sending me that replay. On to match 2. Welcome back to part 2. Now, here's something that is new to me, and there are 3 players on the map. First time in Most Embarrassing Replays history, and actually, I can't confirm that this is actually an embarrassing replay. Sometimes the stuff that ChaoxTech sends me is actually not embarrassing, but in fact just some sort of a regular replay where he might have thought, oh, this 3 seconds was embarrassing, but I ended up smoking the other player. That's his version of an embarrassing replay, and this might be something of the sort. There are 3 players on the map. I don't know if there are any sort of allies going on here, but the 3 players, as you might have seen in the chat, are Fusion, the blue Protoss in the bottom right-hand corner, Daydrog, the purple Protoss in the top right, and ChaoxTech, the lavender Terran, in the top left. And the map is Shakuris Plateau. We're all familiar with that one, so I'm not quite sure how to... Ah, that's how I can tell who the allies are. So Fusion and Daydrog are allied, actually, and looks like they're facing off against ChaoxTech and Masters level players, so should be, I guess, more of an even match. Actually, I should clarify, ChaoxTech is a high Masters level player. He will probably turn up his nose at me if I just leave it at Masters, right? And Fusion is a medium, middle level Masters, mid-low level Masters. I don't know, I haven't checked up with him recently on where he is in Masters. Daydrog, I can't say I remember where he is, but he's somewhere in the middle. Not of Masters, he's somewhere else. Sorry, Daydrog. So, we are seeing a, I guess, forward-ish barracks in sort of a spot that is not going to get scouted, and ChaoxTech being kind of pompous and saying, "What do you think I'm doing, Fusion?" Fusion does the same thing to me sometimes. He's like, "Do you know what build I'm doing?" After I scout. I should know what build you're doing, but nah, I don't. And Fusion has not scouted this barracks, by the way. I do have to note that.
Our SCVs are under attack.
In the meantime, ChaoxTech is scouting that Daydrog is going for. Cybernetics Core and Gateway, pretty standard stuff. Single gas. Fusion, same sort of thing. Chrono boosting the first Stalker and that Warp Gate Tech. Wow, actually 4 SCVs and a couple Marines coming off the line. Looks like ChaoxTech might be getting ready for some sort of a bunker rush, perhaps against Daydrog? Not sure about that. Gonna put down a bunker on his own main in the meantime. Wise move, really, because Fusion could come in at any time. And Fusion has scouted that. He did have that probe at the Zelniga Watchtower. Saw those SCVs and Marines coming in, and the Stalker is going to have to be microed very well and just attack the Marines. That's the difficult thing about this sort of attack is that your units tend to have a priority to attack the SCVs, and the SCVs are actually not the damage dealers, surprisingly. Just trying to micro any way possible. Now going to be able to take down those troops when that second Stalker arrives. Bunker going down now for ChaoxTech, and it looks like, yes, he is going to go for that quick natural expansion. Rather quick, I should say. He does have 2 racks out and fully producing now, so 2 racks expand. kind of an unconventional expansion time. Typically, if you're going to go for an early expand, you do more of a 1 racks expand, but ChaoxTech decided to throw in that early harass, see if he could catch Daedrog off guard and maybe take one of his opponents out of the game early. Daedrog, in the meantime, going for... what is this thing called again? It's been too long. Void Ray. Like I said, it's only been like 2, maybe 3 weeks since I've commentated anything, but I just had that mind fart. Ooh, Fusion moving in a little bit too greedy there, trying to, well, not trying to, just poking at the front, but almost losing one of those stalkers to that bunker up in the front. Deciding to pull back and putting down an expansion of his own. Wise choice, I have to say. Here comes the Void Ray. Now ChaoxTech does have quite a few Marines out. Those Marines are going to be able to counter that Void Ray rather well. Daedrog, in the meantime, not really concerned about an expansion at this point. Second Void Ray coming out as well. So between Fusion poking away at the front and Daedrog firing away with those Void Rays at the back, I think the two of them should do rather well, but it looks like Daedrog's going to go enterprising out on his own. Only going to have a limited window of time before those Marines get back and start picking away at the Void Rays. Actually going to go for a 3rd bunker. And even, well, with those Marines in the bunkers, it just delays the time that it takes to respond to some sort of a Void Ray harass. And these Void Rays just sitting here, not doing anything, maybe waiting for more of a mass, critical mass, I guess, of Void Rays. Okay, Warp Tech done. Stim coming down for ChaoxTech. Forge coming down for Fusion. ChaoxTech getting nervous, afraid that he's not seeing anything. First observer out on scene, second observer being produced, just so that Fusion and Daedrog together can cover all their visual bases. Oof. Missile turret's going down now, and Daedrog has missed his window of opportunity to harass that mineral line. Well, actually, only a couple down here, and a couple Marines in the back. That's not going to do very well against this many Void Rays. I'm wondering if ChaoxTech has scouted. No, has no idea, actually, of what's going on in either of these guys' bases. That's pretty interesting. ChaoxTech usually very good with the scouting. Fusion losing that first observer very quickly. That's too bad. Second one out on the scene. Gonna move across the map. Those observers move so slow. 4 Void Rays now. Still only 2 turrets here. Going to do rather well when they decide to move in. I'm guessing that Daedrog is now going to wait for Fusion to move in the front. It only makes sense to do it that way, really. Let's take a comparison of the incomes. Daedrog is the only one who's very far behind. That's because he hasn't expanded yet. Should definitely be thinking about doing that. Has the minerals for it currently. Not really a good reason why he has stayed on one base, though he does have an army advantage, has been really pumping those Void Rays. Now going to start putting down that natural expansion, so a little bit behind in the economic game, but has that aggressive lead army-wise, I guess. And Daedrog has one base. I don't know. You like my pronunciation of that eyeballs? I'm also wondering why Fusion's troops are back here as opposed to down in the front, guarding that natural. Well, I guess he does have the scouting. He's going to see when ChaoxTech moves out across the map. Maybe he wants to keep his units closer in the base so he can react a little bit sooner to a drop or something. I don't know. Warp Prism now moving out. I always like to see that. He's going to have a difficult time finding an edge around here to transform. Not going to be able to do it up in here. That's sort of a preferred place, I guess, in this back edge. But ChaoxTech is built rather well in this corner. Has that missile turret. That's going to dissuade this Warp Prism from setting up shop here. Might be able to do something around in here, perhaps. Man, just nothing really going on. Marines and medevacs mostly, it looks like, from ChaoxTech. Level 1 armor also just about finished. Let's see. And that's... oh, and level 1 weapons already finished. Warp Prism. Now we're going to start moving it. Let's see what it finds. I don't know what ChaoxTech is WTFing. Well, we'll figure it out. Fusion wisely moving past the natural expansion. Now going to come in here and find this area here that is totally unscouted by ChaoxTech. Going to be able to drop these, set up pylon power. Oh, just as ChaoxTech is moving in to build some supply depots. Wow, that couldn't have been worse timing for Fusion, or better timing. Not that Fusion's timing was bad, but ChaoxTech's timing was incredibly lucky. ChaoxTech, again, WTFing. Now those Void Rays moving in, sort of a poor timing, and getting chased off by these missile turrets. Oof, man. Not a very good move, I guess, or not a very good timing, I should say, from those two to attack. That was unfortunate. I thought that those Void Rays would do a little bit better, but alas, no. Man, the back here is just totally turreted up, so not much that these two can do in that sort of a attack. Wow. Oh, ChaoxTech going for an attack of his own. So many Phoenix here. I should have been paying attention to that. Why aren't these Phoenix lifting off the Marines? Oh, and why is my computer freezing? Why? Oh, you have so many Phoenix. Go, lift them up. Lift them up. Lift them up. And I don't know why my computer's freezing here. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, losing way more probes than Daedrog needed to. That's too bad. Again, computer, stop doing this. My computer's been acting a little bit weirder since I started bit mining. Yeah, Fusion got me into the whole bit mining thing. I think I told you about that in the first replay. And I don't know. I mean, I also haven't restarted in probably like 4 weeks. So, weird stuff going on. Sorry about that. ChaoxTech now going for his third. Fusion already... come on, computer. I'm going to pause real quick, see if I can fix it. Alright, I'm going to try again. I closed about 1 billion Facebook tabs, or not Facebook, Firefox tabs. Firefox, not too impressed recently. Kind of slow. Then again, I should probably keep like 20 tabs open at all times. Planetary Fortress morphing in here, but I think it might actually get taken out because Daedrog and Fusion together are pulling together some sort of a push. Really nice force field here, and Storm! Oh, so many Marines just utterly destroyed. Wow, that was incredible. And canceling that Planetary Fortress wisely because it was going to get taken out, is going to get taken out. Whoa, Fusion moving in. Nice! Nice force field. Those Marines and Marauders can't even run. Wow, just totally cleaned up. Phoenix finish off that command center. Wow, that was great. That was a nice combined attack, I have to say. Now, ChaoxTech in a bit of trouble. I'm kind of confused why he chose this very exposed third area to expand to. Perhaps should have gone in this area back here. A little bit easier to defend, I think. Templar out wandering around. Nope, something's not fixed. I'm going to be right back. Alright, Templar out wandering around. I just quit Firefox because why try to close tabs? Oh, still a little choppy. That's weird. I'm going to guess that's because I haven't restarted my computer. Though I'm not going to do that right now because it's sort of too late. I'm in the middle of this replay. Don't know how long it goes. But I don't really like restarting replays if I don't have to. Don't want to recommendate this because it'll give me bias towards what I've seen, and I'm big into integrity, you know what I mean? Boy. Thor moving out. Scanning and taking down that single observer. Man, combined these forces from Daedrog and Fusion, really, really strong. completely outnumbering ChaoxTech at this point in time. ChaoxTech looking like he's going to move out in a command center to this top middle sort of... Oh. ChaoxTech seems upset. Well, I'm guessing that he decided to take on Fusion and Daedrog combined, thinking that he could probably win or something of that nature, but we'll see. Oof! Just catching a glimpse of those Phoenix, it looks like, and deciding to turn around. Again, wise choice, but this... Oh, I don't approve of this as a third base. Definitely back here would be better, though there is a Templar waiting. Still, I just think it's going to be a bit more protected. Easier for ChaoxTech to move over here than out and around in this front area that's weird and has a number of different entry points. Just not so good at all. Thor out moving around, being carried by Medevac. Looks like it's going to go for a drop. He's got to be careful for these Phoenix. The Medevacs are moving straight in the path of where the Phoenix are going to be. He's got to have to be careful, and he even saw the Phoenix there, so I'm confused why he's continuing to move this direction. Phoenix! Phoenix! Focusing down the one. Oh, was almost able to focus down the one with a Thor in it. The Thor, in the meantime, doing amazing splash damage against these Phoenix. The Phoenix get cleaned up. Now Daedrog running back to his base. All of his troops are out of position. Wow, choppy replay. This is terrible. This is just terrible, 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 terrible. So sorry, you guys. This will never happen again. I just don't want to restart. You're getting the idea. This is an embarrassing replay in that the replay quality is embarrassing. Now Daedrog going to move in, funneling all those troops in. This force is going to get cleaned up, and it was sort of an all-in attack from ChaoxTech. Fusion, in the meantime, just taking a look at the mini-map, moving into Fusion, ChaoxTech's main here. I just want to keep the camera over here because this is where the bulk of ChaoxTech's forces are, and we'll move back here once these troops get cleaned up, like right now. Zealot's going to finish up this command center. Oh, Colossus on the scene to add insult to injury. ChaoxTech, GG's, WPs, and is out of the game. So again, sorry for that choppiness in the replay. I gotta restart my computer next time. Oh man. Alright, so I had to come out here and say that that's the last of the embarrassing replays that I have in my files, so I need you to send me your embarrassing replays at replays@poweroverwhelming.net. Please send me your embarrassing replays. I'm desperate. Otherwise, there's not going to be a show next week. And we need a show next week. If you're catching us on YouTube, we do always follow up most embarrassing replays with a community interaction event. Really, that means we play... there's a name for it. It's sort of a team match thing. Not a team match. Many people in a game you can elect to play. It's like Icy Jug or something like that. I don't know. Just come and hang out Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. Sorry, not 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock Central. 8 o'clock Eastern. We'd love to have you come watch the show, hang out with us, chit chat. We do a little Skype thing too, whatnot. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to stop talking because this is just going not well from the replay quality to how I'm talking right now. So, thank you so much for joining me this week. Send me your replays, replays@poweroverwhelming.net. I'll catch you guys in the practice game.